Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you a rundown of the books that I hope to read in June, because a lot of the time I end up not reading any books on my TBR or only reading one or two. So I have to see how many I do read, but yeah, I think I've got around 7 that I'm hoping to read this month, so I will show you what they are. Okay, so starting off with the books, I'm still reading King of Envy, so it is on my list for June because obviously I'm still reading it. I am on chapter 35, so I'm nearly finished actually. Yeah, so chapter 35, and I'm loving it so far. Like, I think this is going to be either my favourite or one of my favourite books from the series, because it is so good, and I like the depth that the story has, because I feel like some of the other books didn't have like a really good storyline that gripped me. Like with King of Sloth, the last book, the 4th book, I just think it lacked a good storyline that gripped you, whereas this one I feel like there's a lot to both characters, especially Vuk. Like, he has a lot with his past and like finding out like kind of what happened and why he is the way he is. Like, I like that about a book, and I just feel, yeah, I feel like King of Sloth kind of lacked it took me so long to read that book, and I didn't get attached to the characters like I did with the others. King of Greed had a great storyline, don't get me wrong, I just didn't like it. Yeah, I just don't think there was enough groveling and stuff for me. I know it's a lot of people's favourite, but I just didn't like it. Obviously the storyline was great and stuff, but yeah, it wasn't my favourite. King of Pride, I loved King of Pride. Like, everyone says it's their least favourite and that it's boring and stuff, but I actually really liked it. Like, I loved Kai. Kai is like one of my favourite men that Anna Huang has written. So yeah, I don't understand why it's people's least favourite, but it's one of my favourites. King of Wrath. King of Wrath was great because I feel like the storyline again was so good, because it was marriage of convenience, fake relationship, like false proximity. Like, that is such good storyline, so that was great. But yeah, this one so far, like right now, it is like a 4-star, so I hope by the end, by the time I read the end of it, it'll be a 5-star. But yeah, like, the series so far has been so good. Like, I just love Anna Huang's books. They're just so good to read, especially like the Twisted series. I love the Twisted series. So if you don't know about this book, so this is Ayana and Vuk's book. They are featured in the other books, I think, not much, but they are featured in the other books, so you kind of get like a taste of what they're like. So Ayana is a model and Vuk is just like a billionaire. Like, he runs a alcohol company, so they know each other because Ayana is about to marry Vuk's best friend Jordan. So Vuk is best friends with Jordan from like college from a while ago, so Jordan asked Vuk to be his best man, blah blah, and then you kind of find out more as you read that Vuk has always fancied Ayana. He just never said anything, and then before he knew it, like, his best friend is engaged to her, so he couldn't say anything anymore. But yeah, he has always liked Ayana. Like, he has had his eye on her from the moment that they met. And then you kind of realise that maybe the marriage isn't as serious as they say it is, and then you find out that like the arrangement of the marriage is actually to do with business, from like Jordan's side and also Ayana's. So yeah, Vuk doesn't know that, but he soon finds out about the arrangement, and yeah, all of that, and then it's just kind of them getting closer, and it's really cute. I love it. Next book is Releasing 10, and I got this the other day. I'm so excited now that I've got the book. It's so thick. Like, I think it's one of the thickest books I'm gonna have on my shelf. I think it's 800 pages long. Is it 800 pages? Yeah, it's around 800 pages long. So I know this is going to be a lot, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna start this after I've read King of Envy, because a lot of the time I read multiple books at once, but I know with this book I need to just sit down and read it and make sure I'm reading no other books. This is my main priority. But yeah, so this is is it the 5th book? So this is the 6th book in the Boys of Tummen series. So this is Releasing 10, and this is Lizzie and Huey's story. So the last book that I read from the series was Taming 7, which was Claire and Gibbs's story, but now this is Lizzie and Huey story, which I'm kind of confused about because with Chloe Walsh she's done like 2 books per couple. So I'm not sure which book is coming next. I'm not sure if it's going to be Clary Gibbsy again or if it's going to be Huey and Lizzie, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, I'm excited to read this, but I'm not, because I know, because I've seen a lot on TikTok and stuff, so I kind of know that it's a lot like emotionally, so I'm definitely gonna have to pace myself with the book, I think. And if it's too much for me, then it's too much for me. Like, I won't continue, or I'll leave it a bit and then start it again, because I just, yeah, I know the trigger warnings and I want to make sure that like I take everything in. But yeah, I'm excited to read it as much as I'm kind of not, because I just know it's going to be heartbreaking to read, because I've seen a lot of spoilers on TikTok at the moment. But yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about Lizzie and Huey. I'm hoping maybe it'll change by the end of this book, that I might like, see, I don't mind Huey, but it's Lizzie. I just haven't liked her character at all. I'm hoping I'll like her character more, because I feel like her story will give more of like more of a description as to what's happened with her, and more in-depth look at why she's the way she is. And I hope that maybe at the end of it I'll like her more, but I'm not sure. Right now I haven't liked her, because I haven't liked the way she's treated other people and talked to Gibbs and done stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping by the time I read her book it'll be completely different and I might actually like her more at the end. But yeah, it is such a good series. I'm so glad I started it. But yeah, because I know now Chloe Walsh has been posting again on her Spotify, which is good, because I know for a bit she did delete all of her playlists and stuff, but people have seen that she's like been posting more again, which I'm excited about, because then that means she's still writing the books, I hope, anyway. So the next book that I've been wanting to read for ages, like this series has been on my shelf I think for like 2 years now, and it's Flock by Kate Stewart, and it's in the Ravenhood series. So this series has been on my shelf for ages. I brought it with me to uni because I really wanted to start it. So I think, again, I'm gonna like pace myself, and once I've finished releasing 10, I think then I'm gonna start Flock and start that series, because there's something about like this time period where I love to like sit down and read a series, because I feel like sometimes standalones, like as much as I love a standalone, I love when I can like connect with the characters and like continue the story with the characters. I don't know, like standalones sometimes I get a bit annoyed at, because I'm like, oh, I wish there was a second book to this. So yeah, I love a series, so I'm definitely gonna try and start this at some point. I did see loads of stuff on it on TikTok, but I try, if I ever see anything about the series, I kind of like click off of it, because I don't want any spoilers yet, even though I know the book's already, it came out ages ago and people have already read it, like it's new to me. So I definitely want to start it. Yeah, I haven't really, like, I don't know much about the series, like other than like what I've read on the blurb, but other than that, like I kind of want to go into it blind, but I don't know anything, because then that means that I can kind of form my own opinions, and it means that I don't know any spoilers, because I feel like with a lot of books that I have read, like especially like Boys of Tommen and stuff, I already know most of what's happened because it's been all over TikTok. But I feel like with this series, I'm going into it like completely not knowing anything, which I like. So then it means that I can properly like get a feel for the series and the characters and the storyline and stuff. So yeah, really excited about that one. The next book I'm going to try and read is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, and this again I've had, I think, 2 years. Like, it's been on my shelf for ages, and I brought it again with me to uni because I wanted to read it, and I know that it's actually becoming a movie now, so that's kind of why I want to read it before the movie happens, so I can again like because I love being able to read the book and then watch the movie or watch the series, so I can kind of compare the two and see which one I prefer. So I'm definitely going to do that with this one. And again, I've seen loads of stuff on TikTok about it, like it's really emotional book. So yeah, I feel like I'm picking like really sad books at the moment, but what can you, like, to be honest, I do like an emotional book, I'm not gonna lie. I like a book where I can cry. I feel like it just gets the emotions out. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and read that, and again, it's not really that long of a book really, so hoping I'll be able to get through it in a short amount of time. I also think I think the last time I read a Colleen Hoover book was it It Ends With Us? I can't actually think what the last Colleen Hoover book was that I read. I think it was It Ends With Us, if I'm remembering right. It was either that or All Your Perfects. I can't remember, but it's been a while since I've read a Colleen Hoover book. See, I have this one, and then at home I have another Colleen Hoover book that I think I started and DNF'd it. I think it's called, is it Confess? Yeah, it's Confess. I have that one at home that I haven't read. And I think November 9th is supposed to be a good book as well. But yeah, I kind of had my Colleen Hoover phase when I started reading these books, because Colleen Hoover was one of the first authors that I read, and then I had a phase of her and then I just kind of outgrew it. But yeah, I definitely want to give that a try. And then the next book that I have is called The Sight of You by Holly Miller, and this I picked up because I really like the sound of the storyline. So apparently the guy in it, Joel, as a child he's been haunted by dreams about people he loves, visions of what's going to happen, the good and the bad. The only way to prevent them is to never let anyone close to him again. Callie, I'm guessing is the girl in it, can't let go of her past. Since her best friend died, Callie's been lost. She knows she needs to be more spontaneous and live a bigger life. She just doesn't know how to find a way back to the person who have those dreams. Joel and Callie both need a reason to start living for today, and although they're not looking for each other from the moment they meet, it feels like the start of something life-changing until Joel has a vision of how it's going to end. And I just really like the sound of that storyline, because I feel like it's so different to like all the other books I've read, because I feel like a lot of the books that I read are very cutesy romance or either like dark romance. So I kind of like the switch up of the storyline, because it kind of reminds me of Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I read. This has been on my shelf for quite a while. Yeah, so I'm trying to switch it up from just reading like mainly like cute romance books, and I feel like this is going to be such a good one, so I'm hoping it'll be at least a 5-star. I hate when like I'm looking forward to a book and it's like highly anticipated and then I finally go to read it and it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, that is so disappointing, and I've had that with a couple books before, so I'm hoping that that's going to be good. But yeah, those are like the physical copy books that I have, and then the ones that I'm going to read on my iPad are The Sunrise on the Reaping by, is it Suzanne Collins, which is obviously Haymitch's story with the Hunger Games, and I have started it. I'm on chapter 3 at the moment, so I'm going to continue that one, which I'm really excited about, so I'm going to continue that. And then the other one that I want to read on my iPad is called One by One by Freida McFadden, and this is a thriller. So yeah, I'm still wanting to continue with reading Freida McFadden's thriller books because they are so good. I have downloaded one by Lisa Jewell that I might get round to reading, but at the moment the only one that I have on my list right now is One by One by Freida McFadden. Yeah, so those are the books that I'm hoping to read. See, the thing is that I have them on my list, but I always end up reading books that aren't on my TBR, and I don't know why. I feel like because I have to like convince myself sometimes to read the books on my TBR when I end up just reading a book when I'm in the mood, if you know what I mean. So I'll maybe go to my shelf and I'll feel like, oh, I feel like I want to read that book, and then never read the books on my TBR. Like, I do that every time. Like, I literally do that every month, or I'll end up going and buying a book. So yeah, we'll see how many I actually do read that are on my TBR. I'm hoping I do read all of them, but again, this is me we're talking about and it might not happen. But yeah, that's it for today's video. It's only a short one. I thought I'd just show you which books I want to read. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you thought. But yeah, all of my socials will be in the description below, so follow me on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.